tell me why. It's a delay. So we got up, tried to like not have to drive her, but then I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna drive her to school. We get to the school and there's some white man outside being like, we're on a 2-hour delay. That's why I Googled it on my phone, because I was like, how would I know it's a 2-hour delay? Turns out it's a 2-hour delay. So not only did we not have to wake up early, just the day didn't have to start so early. And so we came into the house and she was like, she don't feel good. She's kind of sick. She threw up a little bit, or at least it sounded like it. I think she about to start her period again, but I don't really know. I'm not tapped in like that. But yeah, I was like, don't go to school, who cares, fuck it. At this point, if your mama has continuously said, I don't give a fuck about school, at this point, I was like, oh yeah, last week she was on time every day. It was like really good. And her mom was like, I don't care. Okay, so yeah, I'm not waiting around to take you to school 2 hours later. I got shit to do. Like today I feel it's not regret. Okay, I'm not brimming with regret, but I am sitting here thinking to myself, why am I here? The question that has been asked to me since I was born, the question that was asked to me 5 years ago, just so many questions of why am I here? Today I feel a little bit of regret. Like, is my self-esteem that low? Now we're talking about like my sister and my niece. My father is passed and my mother's like, she lost her mind when my dad died. So my sister don't really have support, similar to me not having support. But see, my sister she's not sharp. I just say substances, but at this point, I don't know. And so I'm sitting here thinking, I know why I came. I know the plan. I know the intention. And I know the prayer for my time here. But every day, I gotta do this. Like, waking up and getting the kid ready for school every day is exhausting. Especially because I don't have a kid. And I don't have a reason to be up that early. Like, I'm a morning person, yes. But when I say I'm a morning person, I mean, I wake up naturally without an alarm about 8 o'clock. I go, I smoke a joint. I have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I stretch. I might film a video depending on the vibe. I might do that later, but I get back into bed and then I just vibe out until it's time for me to go answer phone calls. And even before I was answering phone calls, I would just go to the park. Like, yes, I'm a morning person, but I don't, like, I got off the hook and ladder. Like, I don't do corporate. I don't do all that structured shit for a reason. Now, I understand why there's value in me getting back on that schedule, because there's a kid around. I just feel like I'm the only one who sees the kid. Like, you're like, okay, but I can see the kid because can nobody else see the kid? And so I'm just always constantly coming back to the kid, and nobody else seems to be coming back to the kid in the same way. And if I bring it up, I can't bring it up because it's like, okay, well now... The thing about like, I have such strong opinions about this because in my brain space, I don't want to be here. That's what it keeps coming back down to. Last night, I've been thinking about like home and just home. Like, I miss having a home, and it's not even about the house. I miss having a home. It's not about the house. Obviously, it's something that we know, and it's what we know. And I think I needed to experience this with my niece also, so that I don't hold on to that nostalgia piece of getting trapped with a baby. If you don't want the baby, then you have to leave that lady. Like, if you communicate as an adult that you are not interested in being a parent, even though you did actions that could lead you to being a parent, you gotta leave that lady alone. You know what I mean? If she want to keep the baby, then you have to stick to your guns. I keep thinking to myself, would it have been better if I never showed up and came around? Now, I wasn't the person that I am right now 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 12 years ago. So I can't say, I don't know. But if the person that I am now was the person, like if I was in the situation that 23-year-old me was in, I would have left and never came back. I would have looked and never turned back. But I grew up with aunts, and so I didn't want my niece. It's like that idea of your brain where there can't be a kid that I'm connected to existing in the world and just not knowing that who I am. Like, I don't know what that is. It's not, I don't even think it's an ego thing, because it just feels crazy. It just feels like an asinine sentiment that, like, my sister, my blood sister, we have two of the same parents, born to the same date, 17 months apart. She had a baby, and the baby just don't know me. That sounds insane. But now I'm like, okay, she's not a baby, and she didn't have a baby. She became a parent. And it is a parent that I think maybe she didn't want to. Well, we won't have to get into that, because I'm not getting her business. This isn't about her. Today, I feel regret that I don't even know what the regret is. I think the regret, and it's not regret, it's just grief. I am sad that I was born, and that's just a fact. The fact of my birth induces sadness. I wasn't planned, I wasn't wanted, and every element of my life just feels like it would be better if I wasn't here. But not like, I've been through this. Like, when you say these things, it sounds like depression. And so people say, go talk to a therapist. And then you get to the bottom of it. And it's like, yeah, the bottom of it is your mama nor your daddy wanted you. So them feelings of not being wanted and abandoned, yeah, you holding them memories in your skin from when you was in the womb and your mama was like, what the fuck? How do I get this thing out of me? But we're not talking about failed abortions. I'm just talking about, like, the human experience. Nobody talks about it. Most people, I feel like, don't even want to be parents. We just have such poor sex education that people have sex, they get pregnant, and then they're like, well, I guess I should just have this baby, because you say it like that. It's a baby. I'm having a baby. It's like, no, you're becoming a parent. That's a thing. That's a huge deal. And I don't want to do that. I think I did all the choices that I have made that I thought I would regret, and I wasn't sure if I would regret. And I'm holding on to, like, it's a fear. It's not a regret, but it is a fear. It's a fear that I'll never get out of here, that nothing will ever change, that I'll never find anybody to like me, and I'll be stuck in this basement forever. And I'm like, well, obviously that's not true. But then I'm like, why isn't it true? 10 years ago, we hit a loop. Like, people are nostalgic for 2016, which makes no sense, because in 2016, everybody was like, this is the beginning of the end. And then 10 years later, it's starting to really look and sound like the end. And people are nostalgic for the beginning of the end. So, I don't know. My whole, all I'm trying to get out, all I'm trying to express, like, flesh it out, is that today, just today, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be around. But it's not even that I don't want to be here, and it's that I don't want to be around. Today, I want to be home. And today, I am so filled with sadness that I am not home, and that I am so far away from home. And so today is heavily laden with grief. And then pile that on to the frustration of it's a Monday, because yesterday was a holiday, and then today's the first day of school. And so that, very specific corporate rhythm is back in action. Some popple, to popple, to copple, to chopple, to wopple, to flopple, to dopple, to cockle. I said, oh my God. Okay. See, this is the other thing. I said the word goon, meaning henchman. I wasn't thinking about goon like jerking it. And my niece was like, she didn't ask me what it meant, but she mentioned that her friends was talking about it. And I'm like, oh my Lord. And I'm like, obviously, yeah, she 12. When I was 12, the kids was pregnant. So obviously they know what gooning is 20 years later. But my Lord, I was like, oh, you want to have but in the proudness of me, I think I am. Like, the more I'm a cool aunt. That's the thing. Like, I'm a really cool aunt because I'm like, it's an adult word. It's a sex thing. Do you want to have, like, we could talk about sex. Do you want to have the sex talk? And obviously she's like, ew, no, I'm about to brush my teeth and go to bed. But I'm like, okay, as long as she can find a friend in me, that's why I'm here. And so I don't want to linger in the regret. I don't want regret to be the staple feeling, because I don't know that, you know what? Let's do a dictionary word of the day, because everybody talks about regret. And I think the thing about regret is maybe we don't know what it means. I think the thing about most words is we don't know what they mean. Feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something that has happened or been done, especially a loss or missed opportunity. A feeling of sadness, repentance, or disappointment over something that has been happened or been done. I take it back. I feel regret. Today I feel regret. Regret's not a bad feeling. You just wish things were different, and sometimes things aren't different, and that makes you sad. Like, people die every day except for Wednesday, 11:03.